Hello there and welcome back to Hollowponds Solo Sagas. Now, I be Captain Pete, I be, because you can tell I got a hat on. And it's not the normal hat that I would wear on this channel, but it is if you go back in time. I used to wear a hat like this. So, Captain Pete here for Talk Like a Pirate Day 2025. Now, you might say to yourself, Captain Pete, you don't seem to have an eye patch on, and you're right there, fella, I don't. And there's a reason for that, and that's because me eye patch is on a boat to Belgium. I do wish I were on a boat instead of sitting here, but I'm sitting here. Because I could be on a boat sailing the seven seas, couldn't I, lads? Yes, I could, but I'm not. I'm sitting here, and you know why I'm sitting here? It's because I'm gonna play a game for Talk Like a Pirate Day, aren't I? Yes, I am. Now, what game are we going to play? Well, what we like to play for Talk Like a Pirate Day is we like to play Dungeon Hero. I haven't had time to colour it in, and anyway, all the colours are with my hat and my eye patch on the ship. Dungeon Hero. Yes, we are. Now, we're going to do one of the little games from Dungeon Hero. Dungeon Hero is a lovely little game. You can pick it up on iCho. On iCho, it's a piece of A4, and you fold it up, cut a slip, do this, and you get a little booklet. And the little booklet plays a game. Now, you need some dice. Now, normally you need several different sets of dice with different colours. We only have the dice I've got in my bag, which is all I've got until said boxes turn up in said country, Belgium. And I don't have them with me, so we'll try what we've got to work with. Now, what we're going to play is we're going to play Castle Charon. Now, I do believe Charon is the river Styx, or it's the river like the river Styx, the river over to the, the dark place, where you go if you fall off the ship. Because we couldn't swim, you know. What's the point of learning how to swim? If you fall off the ship in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, you're not swimming to shore. So, do excuse me, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make myself a coffee and come back. It won't take long because it's sitting in a pot over there. I just need to pop it in the microwave. A microwave? Yes, captains have microwaves. I'll be back. Now, I'm back. I made myself coffee. Now, the reason why I needed the drink is because I've not been doing this voice very much. And it's because me young'un and the missus as I got married this year. Who would have thunk it? Not me, I'll bloody tell you that. Anyway, they said I'm only ever doing this and northern voices, which may strictly speaking be true. And so I started to branch out, and around the house and when I was out at the shops and talking to people, I would put on other funny voices, squeaky ones, and some very posh English ones. I like to practice the posh English voices now and then. Something like this, if you know what I'm talking about. It slightly puts people off. But anyway, I'm back with this one. Now, someone, Dunsey, I hope you're watching Dunsey, because I know you like a bit of Captain Pete. Dunsey suggested that possibly I could branch out into sort of, I don't know what the time frame would be, but it'd be Arthurian legend, i.e. Pendragon. And I said I haven't got a good relationship with Pendragon because when I was a wee lad, I wasted a lot of that one day playing Pendragon and I just never tried again. It kind of burnt me, I believe the saying is. But anyway, I might see if I can grab hold of a copy of Pendragon as a PDF, see if I can find something on drive-through, maybe, and then I will read that on the aeroplane as I fly over, because I think it's going to take some reading from memory, and possibly we might see Captain Pete trying it on with some of the little princesses. Anyway, enough of that. Back to Dungeon Hero. Dungeon Hero, Castle Charon. How we play Dungeon Hero is, first off, we have to build ourselves a hero, and our hero is Captain Pete. And what we do is we have some statistics. The statistics are, we got two main things. We have resolve, which is basically me resolve, and we've got stamina. Now, I've got good stamina, I have, Captain Pete, yes I have. I'm a young lad, Captain Pete is, yes he is. This is Captain Pete as a young lad, hence he's got his eye. You have 15 stamina and you have 30 resolve. And then you distribute some dice across some attributes. Now, or traits. Now, what we've done is you get a D12, a D10, a D10, a D8, a D8, a D6, a D6, and a D6. Coffee break. And you then put things on it. So, we've got D12 pistols. Yes, we do. We have a D10 tip of the hat, or a little flap. We have a D10 saber. We have a D8 bottle of rum, a D8 cheeky smile. I should say cheeky winning smile. I'm going to change that to a cheeky winning smile. So on the first page, I can see there's a possibility we fight a stone guardian. I don't know how effective a cheeky winning smile would be against a stone guardian, but it might put him off. Then we've got a D6 dirty ditty. We have D6 smart boots. And then we've got our D6 compass, because we always like to have our compass, and I might say, comma, broke. So, we've got those statistics. Now, what we've got is we've got a little book, which is the adventure book. Again, it's a piece of A4 paper, folded up, all cut in the middle. And you have a whole series of entries in the paper, which are things you fight against. So, what we've started with is we start with a D6 castle gate trait. Now, let's tell you what's going on. I'm going to endeavour to do this with this voice the whole way through, which might last for over an hour, and if it do, because that's what it done last time, I'm buggered. Anyway, enough about what I get up to on board ship. Robed cultists have been seen filing into the ruins of King Charon's castle. Chanting has been heard, and demons have been sighted. Ooh. Can we set things right? Of course we bloody can. Dungeon start. 1d6 castle gate trait. So, let's give that. So this is something that the game starts with, a d6 trait. So we've come up to this gate, right? Now what we'll say is that, well, I'll read you what it says and we'll ad-lib stuff in. Rumours tell of robed cultists filing into the ruined castle of King Charon, the despot who employed foul magics to oppress his people long ago. Now, a demon has attacked the Hierophant, and it is clear infernal dealings are afoot. We've come to the ruins, hoping to investigate whether the rumours are true. Wow, that, and we probably met a nice pretty cultist last in town, and she were telling us all about this, and we thought, I wonder what's under those robes, and so we came and had a look. And if so, to put a stop to the cultists before even worse demons are unleashed upon the world, and to see if we can get an eye of that cracking lass. So, we've got a D6, which is the trait that we start with, that we've got this great big bloody gate in front of us. And what we do is we roll another D6, a 4. Do you know what the 4 is? You'll never guess what the 4 comes up as. It's that bloody Stone Guardian I was talking about. So, the Stone Guardian, I'm going to give you an example of how you fight straight off the bat. So how you do a fight in Dungeon Hero is you come across an enemy, and this enemy is a Stone Guardian. And it has an attack of 8. It also has a D6. So at the moment, we've come up the gate. Coffee break. What we need to do is we describe the scene. Big iron gates. We've come down this like stony path. Look at the stony path. Nice little drawing. I could try making some of these. I think he sold the format though. So, but I'll have a look around. I'll have a look and see. Maybe because I've emailed him before when I did this before. I'll do it with this. Hello, lad. If you watch this, can I make some of these? Just say yes or no. Nod your head. I can't see you. So, I slipped out the voice then. In my normal voice. So, how we do is we fight a Stone Guardian. So we've come down the path, big iron gates, gargoyle on the top of the thing, gargoyle on the top over there. Do you know, in Rifts, apparently Belgium has been taken over by gargoyles. I never knew that. As we step forward to try the gate and think, I can climb this gate with my nice shiny boots. That was my original plan. but we're not going to have a chance because as we step forward, there's a thump from next to us over here. And we go, oh, I'll ignore it. And then something taps us on the shoulder and it feels quite stony. So we turn, and when the Gargoyle stands there and goes, "What you doing, mate? You ain't going in there." And then it tries to twat us. And that's how the game gets played. So it's got 2d6. And now, we now need to decide what we're going to take against the thing. Now, I say we could try our cheeky winning smile, which is a d8. And if all else fails, you can shoot it with a pistol, which we've got a d12. So what we do is we say to it, "Hold on, lad, don't worry about it. It's all gonna be fine." Boom. And so we roll all these together and we see what comes up tops. We've got a 12 for him, an 8 and a 2 and a 6. Okay, so at the moment, it's winning. We've got these two are the highest. Our 8 and... Oh no, that's us, isn't it? That's us. Sorry, I got confused. Here's the 6s, we're these. So we got a 12 for our pistol. The 12 is bigger than its highest one, which is a 3. How much bigger? 9 bigger. Very good. Now it had 8 as its attack strength. We've just done 9 points of damage to it. I'm going to go slowly so you can keep up and you can play this yourself. Grab it, it's cheap and it's gorgeous. I'm getting no kickbacks from this, though I'd love to. So we beat it, we destroy it, so it goes, "You can't go in there. What you doing with the pistol? Oh my god." And we blow it into little bits of shale, which scatter down all over the floor. So, how this works is, if we defeat a baddie, which we did, we ignore that d6, and that d6 gets put back, and we go back to our original one. So we got the Stone Guardian is a big pile of shale. That might help us climb this fence. And in front of us, we got the fence. We roll another d6, and we go from the point where we were, which was that 4, and we keep going. 3. So we got 4, 1, 2, 3. Sentry Beast. We're not having a really good time with this, are we? The Sentry Beast is a d8, so it now has it must be the other side, isn't it? The other side drops down. We thought it were 2 gargoyles. It weren't 2 gargoyles. It were a gargoyle and a Sentry Beast. Now let's say the Sentry Beast is some kind of dog thing. It's been sitting up there with big horns. No, those are teeth. Horns go up here, don't they? Big teeth going, "Arrgh." That's what Sentry Beasts do. Me hat's gone skew. Oh, I don't care. So it goes, "Arrgh," and then it jumps down. And again, we're facing off with a Sentry Beast. Now, I think we could be really, really cool, and we could say we are going, so that's it. We're going to say, we're going to tip our hat at it to try and distract it, and then whack it with a saber. Now, we go for the D10. So now, I got to remember, we're D10s, it's that. Now we roll it all together again. So, sorry, I didn't tell you. It's got an attack strength of 6, has the Sentry Beast. It's a D8, but it has an attack strength of 6. So we roll this all again. And we see what's highest. Now, its highest is, it's got the 8, hasn't it? So its highest is a 6. Our highest is a 9. So we throw the hat into its face, and it goes, "Rrr," and we twat it in the head with the saber. Is that what I said you use? Yes, I did. Now, our saber is 3 higher than its 6, which means its 6 hit points goes down to 3 hit points, technically speaking. Now, if we got hit, that's our resolve as hit points. Or we can spend 1 stamina, I believe this is how it works, 1 stamina to re-roll any 1 die. It's or ours, I think. I will double check that so I'm not leading you astray. Yes, any die, re-roll 1 die for 1 point of stamina. And of course, when we've got 0 resolve and 0 stamina, we say we got glasses, but sadly we have expired. So, it, on its head, it then goes, "Oh dear," and tries to bite our leg again. Now, because we didn't defeat it, all the die stay there. Now, if we've got equal high, I'll tell you what happens then, if it ever happens. Otherwise, we're wasting time and my voice. So we try again. Now, we can change dice if we want to. We can try and change. It's boring if we keep using the same thing. But we're going to say we've still got the hats on its face, so we'll keep the hat die, and we've still got the saber in our hand, we'll keep that die. We're not going to switch to the pistol, which would be very advantageous. We're going to stay as we are because we've still got the edge on it. Now, we got a 6 and a 1. It's got a 5 and a 3. Its highest is a 5, our highest is a 6. We've done 1 point of damage to it. So, it's then dived forwards towards us, and it's got big claws, massive claws. It dives and goes, "Roar!" And we grab its claws and we trim them with our saber. And we go, there you go, love. Now off you go. I tell you, our cat, the cat we used to have, Teddy was its name. It was a girl cat called Teddy. It was named that, by the way, and I didn't think other cats were going to tease it because it had a boy's name, but it was a girl cat. And anyway, I'm sure Teddy's a sort of neutral gender name. Anyway, you tried to cut that cat's claws, and I tell you, lad, you come out looking like some kind of piece of shredded paper. It did not like it, and this one didn't like it either. So, we roll again. It's now got 2 hit points left. We might switch out now and just take our hat and say the hat has gone off, and we're going to put the D12 in and try and shoot it in the face, just to get it over and done with, which actually works quite well. Its highest is a 6, our highest is an 11. It only had 2 health. We shoot it in the face. It goes and it runs away. Now, our cat never made that noise. I don't think cats do make that noise, but anyway, this is going to go on ages, this is, and I hope you don't mind. It is Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's just, I'm the one who's got to suffer. I got to do the voice, and I got to do the editing. I got to listen to this twice. So, again, we have our D6, which is our gate, and we look in this gate going, I didn't know getting through a gate could be so hard. And we're going to roll a D6, and then we'll move on from there. A 4. Cross out the sentry beast. 1, 2, 3, over the page to number 11. Oh, okay, that's cool. Right, so we've reached the plot point. Now we just start on our plot point. Whenever you reach the bit like with this little, I'll show you here. Whenever you reach the little plot point, can you see the circle I drew with the padlock? What that means is you stop what you're doing, you stop buggering around, and you read what it says. We'll do that, and then I'll have to reset all these cameras because otherwise my lip sync goes out. And my God, do people on the internet complain when lip sync goes out? You'd think you'd kick them in the shins, or, you know, in some other place, the way they go on about it. Your lip sync's out. Well, just squint. You enter the castle ruins. I guess we got over the gate in the end. Maybe the shot pinged off the lock of the gate. The gate sort of creaked open. And then we could walk in. You enter the castle ruins. Rubble and corruption are everywhere. How do you see corruption? Maybe it's labelled. Bit of hairy string. One of those old card labels like Paddington had round his neck. And it says, corruption. Don't move. But you do see that well-trod paths crisscross the muddy ground. Good job I got my boots on. Many people have passed through these halls recently. Rumours told of them filing into the undertunnels to do their ceremonies. Oh, kinky. You need to search the castle ruins for signs of where the entrance to the catacombs may be. Now, I forgot something about treasure. Everybody you slaughter or defeat in a nice, kind, friendly way, you get a treasure. So, technically speaking, we have 2 treasures. I'm getting hungry, my belly's rumbling, you can't hear it though. So, we've still only got a D6, which was our original gate, because you don't keep the die of a defeated enemy, you go back to the last die, and then you roll for a new one. Or, if you've got 2 staticky things, I don't know, daffodils of pain, and I think a radio drama of terror, which is a D4 and a D6. If the daffodils were first, you get rid of the D4, you keep the D6, you roll on. Anyway, so We're exploring. I think the missus has come home. She can hear me do these voices now. She'll probably think, what's he doing? He's ruining his voice. He said he had a sore throat earlier. He's definitely going to have one now. 2. Oh my God. Cultist Patrol. Okay. All this is just bad. Is unbelievable. So, coffee break. Moving on. We've got a D8 again. So, D8. Is this the only D8 I've got? I think it is. Oh no, I've got this one. It can be a red D8. So, it's a red D8, red D6. We've come across, so we're wandering through these muddy paths and we're thinking, I've got to step on stones because these boots took me bloody ages to shine last night and I really want to look dapper for the ladies. So, this patrol comes by. Now, it says patrol, but there's only one number and that number is an 8. So this is a gaggle of young lads, all in their cloaks, all thinking they're la-ti-da. And we're going to say, lads, let's do a cheeky smile. We're going to say, lads, cheeky smile, do you know where this lass is? And we'll describe her with the hood and we'll go, lass, we're here because the lass and the cheeky lads are going to go and try and beat me up. So, what we got? We'll give them a kick in the bum with our smart boots. Now, we're going to be a bit daring here. We're not going to use preferential dice. We're going to say we've got our cheeky smile and our boots for the first round of combat. And we'll see, because this is equal, we'll see if we get damaged and I can show you what happens. So, we roll this. Bunch of lads jump on Captain Pete. Captain Pete starts kicking the boots out and giving them a booting. See if we get them. And we're going to go, now what was us? That was us. And that was us, and this is them. We bloody won. So, we got a 5, it got a 3, we got 2 higher, it's 6, 8 goes to a 6. We kick one of them in the ne'er-do-wells, and he goes down on his knees, clutching his family treasures, and going, oh, as 3 of the others come facing off against us. At this point, we're going to say, I don't know if the boots are as useful as say let's do the bottle of rum. We're going to say we've got a bottle of, no, that's a D8. Have we got a second D8? I don't know if I've got a second. Oh, we do, don't we? There's a black one somewhere. Oh, it's there. We need 2 D8s. Okay, well, we're not going to do that because I don't have another D8. That's unfortunate for the story, as it were. So we'll start singing a dirty ditty. We'll do that. We'll sing a dirty ditty. It's a shame we didn't have 2 D8s. I should have thought about this. And what do we have? They have a 3 and a 6, and we have an 8 and a 2. So the 8 was our cheeky smile, and this was our dirty ditty. So we put them off with the cheeky smile, getting 2, which is a 4. And one of them says, I think I know the one you're talking about. And we do that. Now, I think we're just going to, we're going to pull out the pistol, see if we can get them to run away. And we're going to get our bottle of rum and have a swig of rum to deal with the throat and then show them a pistol. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with this, so let's see. Oh, good stuff. So they get a 4 and a 1 and we get a 2 and a 10. The 10 definitely beats the 4 by 6. We pull out the pistol and they go, oh, look at this, and they leg it. Bye-bye, Cultist Patrol. And we're still back to the D6 for the gate. So we roll another D6, and this then tells us what comes next. And we get a 1. Shadows. Okay, so we're now on number 13, which is Shadows. Shadows is a D6. So it has 2 D6. We haven't got any, or maybe we'll use our compass. It's a D6. And we're going to say that we're going to use some, right, here we go. This is quite great. I like this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the gunpowder from our pistol. We're going to put it on some cloth that we tore off of one of those lads as he run off. And we're going to wrap it around a stick and we're going to light a torch. Shadows, isn't it? We're going to defeat the shadows. There we go. So this is the aim. Now, this isn't a villain. This is the first time we're doing a roll with no villain. It's just the highest die. We got a 2. That's no good. So here we go. So it's got a 1 and a 5. We've got a 2 and a 2. The 5 beats our 2. So we would take 3 damage. Now, I'm just going to say we take 3 damage and roll a 23. Or, yeah. So we're going to take 3 damage, and we're going to just describe this. So we go down to 27 resolve. We're going to say that because the shadows are very shadowy, because shadows are girl like that, and our torch is a bit substandard, we're wandering around and we bump straight into a wall and it hurts our nose. 3 resolve. And we go, oh, should we just go home? No, I've still got resolve to keep going. Now, it keeps the shadows. We roll a d6 to find out what happens next. So we've got shadows and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kennels. Oh, we got another treasure, didn't we? Because we beat that patrol. Because I thought of this because the kennels has got a treasure. So, kennels is a d6. It has 2 d6, shadows and kennels. We have got our torch, which came out. Oh no, that's boring. We're going to have a look in the. We'll use our smart boots to kick around in the kennels, see if we can get a treasure out. We need to beat this to get the treasure. If we take damage from this, we don't get the treasure and we move on. So we're searching around for there, and we're going to take a swig of rum from our bottle, and we'll leave it at that. I don't believe I've got so few dice at the moment. It's very weird. I've got a big bag of dice, but you feel naked without a huge collection of dice, don't you? It's very strange. Maybe I should go buy some more. Here we go. Digging around in some kennels, looking for treasure. What do we get? We get an 8. That's great. He gets a 5. So, we beat it. We get us an extra treasure. That's 4 bits of treasure we've got now. So, we're no longer got the shadows, but we are where there's some dog kennels. I guess this kennels would be out in the courtyard somewhere. We've defeated the patrol, and we thought we're moving into the castle, but instead we found some kennels, because they're buildings, aren't they? Gone looking around the kennels, gone, oh my god, this stinks of wet dog. But we did find a nice piece of treasure. Maybe it's a collar that says Shep, and it's diamond studded, and it just goes, oh, Bones. Bones is a nice name, isn't it? That was the dog that we used, no, that was McCoy. Yeah, Bones McCoy. That was the dog from Twilight 2000. Oh, we completely always forget that dog, don't we? Always forget that dog. That poor dog gets forgotten around. Roll another d6. A 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skulking in the shadows. Alright, so we've got rid of those shadows and we've gone skulking in some other shadows. That's a d8. D8, skulking shadows. We've still got our pistol light, and we're going to say we've got our lovely boots, our smart boots, which are also very soft, leathery smart boots, which are great for skulking. So we're going to go skulking. This might go quicker and my voice might not die too badly. Did I reset the watch? Oh, reset. No need to panic. So, we've gone skulking in some shadows with our burning torch that fizzles and pops. And what do we find? We find we're really not doing too badly at this. It's got 2 1s, we've got a 12 and a 3. This is the fear die that I use for Daggerheart. I am regretting the choice of that die because it rose bloody high. I don't know if you noticed. So, we've defeated the kennel. We've moved on from the kennels, skulking through the shadows. We roll another d6, so we've got a d8, which is the skulking in the shadows, and we roll a d6, which is a 5. 1, 2. Brock point. Okay. After some reconnoiter, you discover where the cultists are going down. Oh, do we really? But the way is too heavily guarded. Oh, going down a tunnel. You must find an alternative path into the catacombs. But luckily the ruin and the breadth of the castle practically ensure other avenues exist. Oh, it's a big bloody castle. Why didn't you say it was a big bloody castle? So, here's the scene. We're skulking in the shadows and we're desperately trying to look for a way to go down. And we've tried the way to go down the bloody catacombs. And what we've seen is there's just a load of weird fellow my lads all with cloaks and big curvy knives, standing there looking quite handy. Now, we are tough. We've just proved that. We've just gone halfway through the venture and only taken 3 resolve. But we still think, bugger that. And instead, 2 whispers. Alright, that's alright. So instead we've got a D8, another D8. Okay, so we can't have a D8 because they've used up all the D8s. Greedy bloody game. So we hear whispers. So we start to look. What we're going to do is we're going to try listening to the whispers. Now what we could do, we could say that they're humming. That's going to be a dirty ditty. We start to hum it. Oh, I know, tipping the hat. We're going to tip our hat to the side and see if we can hear these whispers. Now, this is slightly to their advantage. And they got, where's their one? They got 2 D8s. So we got a 10. They got a 5 and a 6. We get a 10 and a 1. So, 10 beats the 6. These come. 10 beats 6. We win. That's the whispers, which is a D8. Whispers D8. So, we listen to the whispers, no more skulking, and we start hearing whispers over in the distance. And we have a go, and we move over in the distance by tipping the hat, and we move towards the whispers, because this might be another way in. And so what we now do is we roll another D6, 6 this time. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A deep shaft. Oh dear. They set these ones up for us, don't they? A deep shaft, which is a D10. Okay, so gone over to these whispers, and what we've seen is we're looking around to try and find someone to whack on the head with our bottle so as we can then take their robes and snake in. And instead we see this big bloody hole, deep shaft as it were. Now, we're going to have to try and sneak down this deep shaft, I feel. I don't think there's much else we can do. Now, what do we have that can help us? Well, we've got boots, but it doesn't really help us very much, does it? Our smart boots. We've got some nice smart boots. Oh my gosh, that's going to be high up. Nice smart boots, and I think we'll have a drink of rum. Now, we stand no bloody chance here, because they've got a D10 and a D8. We've got a D6 and a D8. Let's have a look and see what happens. We will roll this up. So we have a big swig of rum, and then using our lovely boots, we try and go down this steep shaft. What do we get? They get a 9. And we get a 4. That's the best we can do, a 9 and a 4. Now, we could re-roll the 9 and hope it gets, but they've also got a 7, which still beats us. So even if we can get the 9 below a 4, the 7 beats us. But it means we take, at the moment we're going to take 5 resolve. And that seems to fit, because we can say we slip and we fall down the bloody shaft. So we're going to take 5 resolve, putting us down to a 22 resolve, and we're going to slip and fall down the bloody shaft. Which means that we no longer have whispers, we have a deep shaft, which is a D10, and we roll again. See, it's a nice little game. You can just tell a story. We get to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A crypt fiend. A crypt fiend hears us fall down the shaft going, bum bum, oh bugger, bum bum, oh bugger, bum bum, oh bugger. It's got a D10. Now, we've fallen down the shaft, and as we're down the bottom of the shaft, a bit dishevelled in a pile at the bottom of a tunnel, we're going to look up at the light and go, oh God, why are we? As this horrible crypt fiend, big drippy face comes in the view, drippy, drippy, drippy all over our, should I put my hand down there? Drippy, drippy, drippy all over our lush, and we're going to go, huh? And I think now we're going to shoot it. So, this is definitely recruiting the pistol. Coffee break. Well, what can we do? We could tip its hat, we could stick our hat in its face, and we stick our hat in its face. The crypt fiend has a 6 attack value, a 6 hit points, technically speaking. We've crossed out, we've got our deep shaft, crypt fiend. This is not a D90, it's a D10, of course. And we tried to take on the crypt. Oh dear, I've just thrown everything anyway. What did we say? We went, that was a D10, which was the hat. And did we say pistols? No, obviously not, because it's not here. Oh, we did, pistols, it's there. This is one. Sorry, I got confused. Here we go. I told you. Sore throat. It's got a 6 and a 3. We got a 1 and a 4. So, I mean, technically speaking, we could try re-rolling, as that was only a 1, the D12. We're going to spend 1 stamina, taking us down to 14, and re-roll our D12. We got a 5. It means we only take 1 point of damage. We could try rolling another one and re-roll the 6 and see if we can get the 6 down lower. But it could roll higher, couldn't it? But we're going to do that. We'll spend another stamina, taking us to 13. We're going to try and re-roll it. It's that. It's got a 3. That's what we wanted. So we beat it by 2 points because it's 3. It's got 2 3s. We got this. We're 2 higher. It goes down to a 4. We shoot it. We're going to do that again and see what happens again. Because we shot it. It goes, and then it's going to try and scratch our face. Or bite us. Maybe bite us. It tries and bites us. Oh dear, this... Oh no, we got a 10. It got an 8. So we got 2 better than it again. It tries to bite us. We roll out the way and it goes teeth first into the ground, comes back up with a big mouthful of mud and starts to spit mud all out. Out it's like, blah, 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 like that, right out. Blah, 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 blah. As Captain Pete rolls to the side and thinks, we really got to get a bit better at this. I'm going to try kicking it in the head. Kick it in the head with my Smart Boots. Smart Boots is a D6. So we get rid of the 12. So we've got Tip in the Hat and Smart Boots as we try and kick it in the head. This is stupid, just to let you know. I don't know why I did that. Oh, 6 and a 1, that's not bad. I'm going to say spend a stamina and re-roll. It's 7 and hopefully it gets less. No, it gets an 8, so that's 2 points. Okay, so we're going to take 2 points of damage, taking us down to 20. It's bitten in the arm. Oh dear. I think instead of the boots, we're going to use a saber. So we've got the cheeky hat, tip of the hat, and the saber with its teeth on our arm. We're going to say its teeth are on our arm. We've got a knife. Oh, that's brilliant. Look, this is what I wanted to show you. So we get rid of our 5. It's 5 and now 7 because we're left with a 9 and a 9. Okay, now 2 choices here. If we go just standard, we just re-roll these again and see who wins out of this. We got a 9, it got a 1. So so that's all you do really. Now if all of these were 9, you re-roll all of them. You just re-roll the high ones that match. So its teeth are jammed on our arm. We're going, get off, you bugger. It doesn't, so we just whack it on the head with our saber. We do it 7 points of damage. It only had 2. It falls off and goes crying. We get a treasure because we find one of its teeth are made of pewter. And then we get rid of the deep shaft because we're going to move on from... Oh no, we don't. We keep the deep shaft. We get rid of the crypt fiend and we re-roll our d6. So it's still got its d10, which is the deep shaft. We roll a d6. We get a 6. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plot point. Oh dear, we're making our way through this, which is quite good. How long we got? Oh, been going ages. You successfully make your way down into the catacombs. All is silent except the distant sound, of course, of ominous chanting. This, combined with the pungent smell of incense, convinces you that there are in fact profane rituals being conducted in this place. Who would have thunk it? And we roll a d6, so it's still got the deep shaft. A 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A dead adventurer. Oh, but we get a treasure if we beat it. Well, that's a bit ominous, isn't it? So, a dead adventurer, which is a d8. So it's got a d10 and a d8. So we move up. So there's loads of these big shafts all the way around. And we're trying to move towards the ominous chanting and the smell of sickly incense. Why, I do not know. And we come across a dead adventurer. Now, I'm going to say we've got our compass. And what shall we do? We could stick something under our hat. Whatever treasure it's got, we're going to stick it under our hat, which is a d10 for the hat. Because we haven't used the compass yet, so we get to use the compass. We haven't done dirty ditties, have we? Oh yes, we did, against those young lads. We're going to start searching this adventurer's body. We get a 9, it gets a 1, and a 2, doesn't it? So the 2's the higher, our 3 comes over, it's got the 2 and the 9, we win, we get an adventure. We find on the body of this adventurer, what do we find on the body of this adventurer? Let's think, we would find some toast, some dry toast. Now all the way back we got the deep shaft goals. We've just got our dead adventurer, which is a D8. And then we roll a D6. So we find an old bit of mouldy toast, which is quite weird, but what it means is at least he liked toast. It's Hovis. Another 6, that keeps rolling sixes, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A huge wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A huge wheel. Of all the bloody things, there's a huge wheel. Which is a D10. So, there's a huge wheel. How do you up a huge wheel? Maybe it's like as a water pump? Oh, huge wheel to go down deeper into the catacombs. You could use the wheel. There's a rope hanging off the wheel. The rope hangs off the huge wheel. We're going to take the bit of toast, and we're going to use the bit of toast, and we're going to slide down the rope of this huge wheel and see if we can go deeper into the depths of this catacombs and find out what the bloody hell's going on. We're going to use a D6. Even if this fails, we just take damage, don't we? And we're going to use our hat and the toast. Our D6 is for the smart, but no, compass. Compass, we're going to use the compass so we don't get lost, and we're going to use our hat to wrap around this piece of rope and the piece of bread, and we're going to slide down and see what's at the bottom of this pit. So we roll it all, and what do we get? We got a 9. Did we get a 9? No, it got a 9. It gets a 9 and a 5. We're going to spend 1 stamina and re-roll its 9. Which means we've now got 11 stamina and 20 resolve. So we're going to take that, and then we've got that. We could re-roll that actually, couldn't we? We're going to re-roll its 9, which is an 8. And then we're going to re-roll, we're going to spend another stamina, giving us 10 stamina, and re-roll our 1. Got a 3. Doesn't help us at all. But anyway, we take 3 points of resolve, taking us to 17 resolve, as again we slip on the rope and we fall down the bottom of this big pit to the bottom where the catacombs are. And then we've just got a big wheel that we're looking up at. The dead adventure is gone. Our stuff's gone. We've got a big wheel. We look up at a big wheel and we roll a D6. A 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Armory. Oh, cool. That's really brilliant. That is an armory. We'll give that a guess against D12. It's an armory. There's a huge wheel, and we're falling down the bottom of this wheel. And when we get up and shake our heads and go, oh my God, it's dark, and so we need to light a torch, which means that it's the gunpowder from our pistol, and we're going to wrap it around the saber. Oh dear, we really are sort of digging the barrel of this one, aren't we? Which gives us equals, and we're going to see if we can get something out of the armory. We're not going to, but we can have a look. What does it get? It gets an 11, we get a 10, it also gets a 10, and we get a 3. So we're going to take 1 resolve and call it quits. Is that our one or their one? We're going to say it's their one. We're going to take one damage, which gives us a 16 resolve, as we cut our finger whilst looking around the armory. That's their one, armory. We're still in the armory. Can you hear my voice is going? I can hear it's going. It's all right. We've just got basically 1 page left, and that's it. I'll tell you what, let's reset the clocks now. Okay, now whenever we roll, we're going to hit a plot point, so I'll just say the plot point. You arrive at the summoning chamber to find a mass of cultists chanting. You're watching horror as their rituals cause ripples in the fabric of space, and something, not pleasant, pushes out of the nothingness. Oh. And we roll a d6. And what you know, it's a 6. That's not a weighted die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blazing braziers. So we've got our D12 for the armory, and we have a D8 for blazing braziers. I'm going to say we're going to try and kick those blazing braziers over. Now that gives us a D6 for our boots. And we're going to use a saber, which is a D10, to help us kick it over. Now let's use our yellow D10. So we've got they've got a D12, which is the armory, and a D8, which is blazing braziers. We're going to try and push the blazing braziers over and start a fire and cause a bit of a kerfuffle within this chamber to try and put them off. What's this? It's a 7. A D8 is a 7. They've got a D8 and a D10 and a 10. We've got a 1 and a 4. If we spend... that's 6 resolve. That's a lot of resolve to take damage, isn't it? If we use a stamina to take ourselves to 9 stamina, we can re-roll this D12. An 11, that's terrible. We're going to re-roll another stamina, taking us to 8 stamina, and re-roll the D10 to see if we can get it closer. Beat the 7 maybe. A 1, that's horrible. Alright, that means we're going to take 10 damage. Okay, I'm going to re-roll this one. Another stamina, giving us 7 stamina, because we can only roll each dice once, I think. 5, that's better. That gives us 6 damage we're going to take. We'll take 6 damage, putting us to 10 resolve. We burn ourselves like a bugger, turning these braziers over, D8, and we fail. We try and push them because we're idiots, and we burn our hands. And we go, oh my God, why did I do that for? And then we roll a D6. That was terrible. 2, 1, 2, a tome of ancient knowledge. But whilst we're doing that, we, out of the corner of our eye, catch a view of a tome of ancient knowledge. Now, I'm going to say that we are going to tip our hat to it and we can't take a swig of rum because a swig of rum is a D8. We're going to do another D10 then. We're going to tip our hat and take our sabre, and we're going to go over to this Tome of Ancient Knowledge and see if we can gain some knowledge from the Tome of Ancient Knowledge. And we're really not doing great. Hold on, no, they had 2 D8s, we had the 2 D10s, we beat it. So, we break open the Tome of Ancient Knowledge, there it is, and we start reading this tome, and we go, do you know, there might be something we can do about these demons. This book here says something about 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and a pinch of salt, and it's a cake recipe. That's not a Tome of Ancient Knowledge. Otherwise it's Mrs. Beaton's cake recipe, and then it might be. Who else have we got? Delia Smith. Do you know who Delia Smith is? Yeah, she used to do cock shows. 1 is fun, she used to say. 1 is fun, 2 is better. So we've got the Tome of Ancient Knowledge, and then we roll a d6. Wonder what's going to come up. Oh, 2. I wasn't expecting that. And what we get is, it's to link with Delia Smith, it's necromancy. No, only joking, Delia. Don't come and get me. Which is a D10. So something to do. How can we make this story necromancy? Well, we can use let's use our D8s whilst we get a chance. D8, which gives us a bottle of rum. I think if you're going to read about necromancy, you're going to need a bottle of rum. And then we're going to tip the hat again. So off we go, reading about, we turn the page for the cake recipe, which has got a little squiggle by Delia at the bottom, and there's a whole bunch of stuff about necromancy. We've got a D8, an 8 and a 7. So what's it got? It had an 8 and a 10. A D8 and a D10. Which was ours? That was theirs, wasn't it? That's theirs. This is ours. So that means that we've got a 7, it's got an 8. We take 1 resolve, as the information about this cake recipe is a necromantic cake recipe, and it's information that pirate was not supposed to know. A pirate is not supposed to know how to make a cake. Out goes the Tome of Knowledge, in comes the necromancy, and the necromancy is a D10. We all like a bit of necromancy. That's necromancy and not the other one. D6, a 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Waves of arcane darkness. Okay, all right, Delia. No need to drive it home. So that's another D8. So Delia's recipe for necromantic cake has caused, as we've read the recipe out loud, because we are a pirate, So not only can we not read without our lips moving, sometimes we have to say the words out loud. Seeing to ourselves, we've said these words out loud, which is called waves of arcane darkness to come flittering around us. Now, how are we going to defeat arcane darkness? I think we use a D8 to have a big swig of rum. Now we've got to remember, those are theirs, these are ours. And a big swing of rum, and we're going to sing a dirty ditty to try and keep ourselves feeling better. Now, these dice are significantly lower than these dice, but do you see what I'm doing here? I'm not trying to pick the story and pick the pathway where I just keep going, pull out the pistol and shoot it in the face. I'm trying to make it a bit interesting. So, we're going to take a big swing of rum and sing a dirty ditty to ourselves and try and pretend that we're not noticing these waves of arcane energy waving over us with the darkness of the devil. So, it's got a 1 and an 8, we've got a 4 and a 2. I'm going to pay a stamina, though I'm running out of stamina and I've only got 6 left now, to re-roll its 8 and hope it comes in low. And it doesn't, it comes in a 7, which gives us 3 points of damage. Now we've only got 9 resolve left. I don't like that. I mean, I'm going to pay another stamina. This is getting down to the wire. We've got 5 left to re-roll this and hope it comes up 6. It does! There we go, that came up a 6. So we take 1 point of damage as the waves of arcane energy patter against our brain and make us feel a little bit on the woozy side. Now, it loses the necromancy and it keeps the waves of arcane energy, which is that. And then we roll a d6 and we find out what comes next. And if we roll, let's see, we got a 4. What does a 4 come out? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plot point. Right, we're ready. Try as you might, you fail to prevent the summoning. Rising out of the arcane cycle, bursting forth into this world, comes a terrifying visage from the realm of hell. It's Delia. Lose a point of stamina from seeing the horror emerge. Oh, bugger. That puts us down to 4 stamina. We've got 8 hit points, 8 resolve and 4 stamina. I think Captain Pete is done for because there's a lot to go on here. So, now we roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 things between us and getting out of here alive. D8, d6. Here we go. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A Jester of Skulls, d12. It gets a d12. It gets that one. It's got a d8, which is, what was the d8? The d8 was Waves of Arcane Darkness and a d12. Now, we're going to use our pistol. This, sorry, I didn't tell you. It's got a 6 as its attack strength. So, what time we got? 14 minutes to go. So, my voice is done for. We've got a Jester of Skulls. Jester of Skulls comes out of this breach in reality. It looks like a jester, so it's got like the 3 pointy hat with bells on the end, and it's got a jester stick, because they used to have this whopping stick. It was like a bladder filled with air, and they'd bop you with it, and it's part of the joke. There's a TV series called, what's it called? It's called Upstart Crow. It's about Shakespeare. It's written by Ben Elton, and it's got David Mitchell in it. And they do that joke with the bop thing quite often, because Ben Elton wrote it. I used to quite like Ben Elton. Little bit of politics. Margaret Thatcher. Who would have thunk it? Dead now. So, we got a bop stick, but on the end of the bop stick there's a whole load of skulls. And instead of having a face, because most jesters, I don't know if you know this, but most jesters actually had a face. This one doesn't have a face. It's got a skull. And instead of having little bells on the end of its little tri-hat, it's got little skulls, because it says here it's a Jester of Skulls. And that's where my mind went. Everything else about it's very Jester, apart from the skulls, of course. That's not very Jester. Shall we get on with it? Okay, I'm going to shoot it in the face. Pistol. And then I might use, we could try the winning smile. What's our winning smile? A cheeky smile is a D8. D8, cheeky smile. We've got matching, haven't we? So, just to let you know, we've got 8 resolve and we've got 4 stamina. We're not looking good. Captain Pete is looking a bit on his last legs, but there's not much of the story left to tell you. I thought we were going to die. It's got a 6. So, we rolled a 12. That was a bit squeaky. So we got 12 and a 2, it's got a 9 and a 7. So, we shoot it in its skull. It's got 3 hit points left. So, it comes out, it's going, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, you're going to be oh God. And we shoot it in the face, right in the middle of its nose. But the ball the little ball, the little lead shot, goes in the gap where its nose were, and it just rattles, and we just hear it ping-ponging around inside its skull, and it's going like that, ping-pong, 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 and we get to roll again. We'll do the same thing again, we'll try shooting it again. We could try something different apart from our winning smile. Cheeky smile, cheeky winning smile, we go, come on Jester, cut us a slack, get us a break, my throat hurts. We didn't roll too well that time. It got an 8 and a 4, we've got a 1 and a 1. Well, I think that, they could roll, I might pay 2 stamina and just get it over and done with and roll them. But no, we'll pay 1 stamina, putting us down to 3 stamina and re-roll our D12. Better odds, I think. A 6, that's getting closer. Now, if this comes up an 8, we're grand. Or we could just take 2 resolve. But our resolve is only an 8 at the moment, which isn't good either. I know, I'm going to pay 1 stamina and re-roll its 8. Because the chance it comes up 8 again. So it puts us down to 2 stamina. It got a 7. Well, taking 1 point damage is better than not, isn't it? So we then take 1 point damage, which is a 7, as it spits the bolt back out, the piece of lead shot, and whacks us right in the middle of the forehead and leaves a little round bruise. It's really painful. It's on 3 hit points. We've got 2 stamina and we've got 7 hit points. And there's 2 things possibly to meet next. Both of them are bloody awful. Shoot it again. Oh, it got a 12. We got a 4. We got a 4 and a 5. It's got a 12. So we can roll. We're going to take 1 stamina and re-roll its 12. Taking us down to 1 stamina left. A 7. Okay. Let's think. We could re-roll ours. Or 4, 5, 6, 7. We could take 3 damage. But that's only going to leave us 4 damage left. We're going to pay 1 more stamina. No, we've only got 1 stamina left. We'll pay 1. No, we're going to take the 3 points of damage. Puts us down to 4 resolve and 1 stamina. We roll again. Last time, this one, we are going to duck a shot. But because we ducked and rolled, we went smack bang into another brazier. A bit of coal fall down the back of our neck. And we're jumping up and down going, oh, bloody, get it out, get it out. Lift up our shirt and out it pops. Roll again. I think we've won. Yes, we got a 6 and an 8. It's got a 2 and a 1. Which means our highest is the 8, its highest is the 2. We've got 6 higher, it had 3. We grab the brazier and it comes charging towards us with its bonking stick and its claws and its really angry face, and we just lift the brazier up chuck it into its face, and the little coals go into its eyes and into its shirt, and he goes poof in a puff of smoke, and then that be it. So he goes out, and we go back to what we had next, which was a wave of arcane darkness, which is a D8, and then we roll a D6 again. Now, I tell you now, we don't want a 1 or a 2, we want higher. If we get a 1 or a 2, we are buggered, and I think we finish at the last second dead, which is very much like when I do Duolingo trying to learn Dutch. I go all through a lesson, I'm really proud of myself, it asks me the last question and I get something bloody wrong, and I set myself a personal sort of quest thing that if you're doing the questions and you get something wrong, you have to restart the whole lesson because that's how you learn. I don't want to gamify it, I want to learn Dutch. Anyway, I'm trying to drag this out because I think this is going to bugger up. Oh, it didn't, it rolled a 6. Oh, that's great. Plot point. I think we won this one. That's amazing. We finished with 1 stamina and 4 resolve. Your combat prowess puts an end to the foul evil that the cultists called up. Aghast, They flee when they see their gods struck down by a mere mortal, lest you turn your blade upon them, all apart from the shield she stays. You sigh. There is a long task ahead of you to find and destroy the cult itself, or not. But, at least for now, the barrier protecting the world from the fires of hell is restored. At least for now. You turn to make your way back to town, and, somehow sounds good. And that there is Dungeon Heroes. We won again. 2025 Dungeon Heroes. Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day to you. Do remember, always talk like a pirate day, particularly if you think it's going to irritate the person you're talking to. No matter where you are, apart from, I don't know, if you're standing up in Crown Court defending yourself for something atrocious, don't talk like a pirate. Mind you shouldn't have done it in the first place, really, should you? It wasn't really very wise. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. If you are a subscriber, may I thank you from the bottom of my little barrel of rum. And it goes, thank you very much for being a subscriber. That's how rum talks. If you are not yet a subscriber, I ask you why, for heaven's sake. I've been doing this for over an hour and my voice is dead. You should at least subscribe, surely. If you are a member of the Adventurers Guild, you are absolutely amazing. You're sound as a pound, as they say. Sound as a pound you be. Thank you very much. To Don C, I say, hello fella. I'll have a look at Pendragon. And I think that'd be it. I'm now going to go and rest my voice and try and find out how I normally speak, because I can't remember. Bye.